This is Signature Television, and because it's Christmas season, there's a lot of events that are actually earmarked for you within the city. Just in case you don't know, if you don't go out, you wouldn't see them. If you're not on social media, you wouldn't see them. But a lot of billboards about some of these events. I don't know which one you are attending, but we'll have someone in the studio who will talk to us about one that is going to happen within the Enugu metropolis. He is Mr. Chijoke Ezani Moses, the director Coda Choral and Events in Enugu State. Good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My pleasure. Tell us about these particular choral events. Tell us what it is about and why people should attend.
All right. Coda Choral is one of the leading choral groups southeast of the Niger. And over the past 6-7 years now, we host the Christmas concerts every first week in December. And that of this year is slated to hold tomorrow at the Ingress Event Center along Rangers Avenue. And it's starting at 5:30 p.m. They will have a red carpet for 4:30 p.m. And it's an opportunity for people around to come and listen to good music. The theme for this year's concert, which we said concert extraordinary, but the theme actually is God bless us, everyone. And we chose that particular theme because times are hard. People are passing through all manner of difficulties. But we want to still say, God will bless us, every one of us, especially in this Yuletide. So that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Interesting. I mean, it's Christmas season and everyone would expect there will be carol, 12 days of Christmas songs and all those things. Is there something specific that we should expect?
Yeah. Because it's a concert extraordinary, we are trying to see how we can give the people all genre of music. There'll be classical pieces, there'll be solo performances. And one particular thing about this is we want to have some of the songs, Christmas songs, performed with our traditional local instruments.
Oh, wow.
Live. Tomorrow you'll be seeing one of the best performances of this. There's this instrument we call the ekwe, being played by one of the best in this country. He's going to come into Enugu today, and tomorrow we have these songs, even some of them in English, but played with our local instruments. The alo, the ichaka, the ekwe, the drums. That's what people call bongo or whatever. With ogene, with okoro. I'm using our traditional. I want to sound, not native now, being native. So some of these songs will be performed live. You notice with music, you need to be sure that the whole audience is being carried along. Those who want it, some kind of a melancholic kind of music, solos, classics, hymns, and then we want to have people also dance and sing along with our own traditional local instruments. So all this will be showcased tomorrow during this event.
Interesting. This event they're supposed to hold tomorrow, or that is going to hold tomorrow, is it a free ticketing event, or you're supposed to pay a certain amount of money to gain access to the environment?
It's free. Enugu is still growing. Music is still, we're coming up gradually. So it's free tickets. It's open to all. It's open to all to come in, listen to good music, and make merry regardless of what's happening around us. So it's free ticketed.
Well, speaking of regardless of what happens around us, I mean, I don't know if this is also part of what is going to be said, because beyond music, I'm sure there will be some sort of motivational talk and preaching in between. I don't know, because like it or live it, Nigerians are going through some of the worst times of their lives. And sometimes some of these events are ways to make them temporarily forget what the situation is, whether it's with their jobs or whether it's their income or whether it's with the situation of the country. I mean, everyone is feeling the heat, so how do you think these kinds of events can help alleviate some of the sufferings that Nigerians are facing this period?
Right. It's worthy to note that one of the songs we'll do tomorrow, want to say it's a prayer for Nigeria. The event's going to be there's going to be the first part of it, then an interlude, and the choir comes in again. As we come in, there's a song we're going to sing. It's a prayer for Nigeria. It's actually written on the program, a prayer for Nigeria, where we're going to call on God to help us to endure. And part of the songs that will be done tomorrow, as people sing along, music has a way of trying to pull you out of your present being. Mm-hmm. Music cheers the heart. It lifts up the spirits. The soul gets a bit lifted when you sing. They say he who sings praise a second time. So here there'll be a short, there'll not be a long homily. There's just a short encouragement to people what Christmas actually means, and that you can still find happiness. In fact, the story of Christmas, the story of the birth of the Messiah wasn't so wonderful. It was a difficult time. In fact, to be born in a manger, if you relate it to what is happening now, you could imagine what happened to the mother and the father and the baby. To be born in a manger where there was no room, yet it was a period to bring joy. And the song, one of the songs says, "Joy to the world, the Lord is come." So we look forward to having people get their spirit lifted up and trust God that it could only get better.
Okay. The Enugu state government, are they involved in this preparation, or do they have any significant contribution to the success of this program?
No. This is purely self-sponsored with friends. But worthy to note is that the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Dame Barrister Madeke, is a matron to this choral group. She'll be one of the lesson readers tomorrow, and she loves music. And there's always a plan. There's a plan this year to still have the Festival of Carols and lessons as part of the event for the Christmas. But for this event, it's purely self-sponsored by the choral group itself. So we hope that sometime government will give some interest to choral groups, singing groups, especially those of us that are indigenous here in Enugu.
So, in what form of collaborations you think the government can get involved with?
Okay, we can get the government to publicity is one of it. Even sponsoring using the state
paraphernalia,
something like that. The state could actually organize and adopt it, and then make it easier for organizers, and call on corporate bodies. In fact, very few corporate bodies, none wanted to participate. So we reach out to individuals with their businesses to collaborate with us. One is Signature TV, which is covering this event live and for free.
Absolutely.
So if government show some interest. I think it will help the people. It will help the the choral groups, the singing groups, the artists, especially those not in that high profile.
Right. Earlier you said something around prayer for Nigeria. So many persons would think that it doesn't mean that all the prayers we've been praying since 1999, since we got to democracy, hasn't really worked. The ones we prayed even to 1990 hasn't really worked. Like, how long should we pray for things to really change? Because it looks like the more we pray, the more things get worse.
Yes, that may be the way it looks like, but then it's about faith. And while you pray, you also need to work. And you only could hope. There's nothing more or much that people can do. It seems that we pray more, we get into more trouble. So maybe do we stop praying? No, we can only hope for the better. But prayers are not enough. People must act. People must also use what the faith is, which is evidence of things you don't see, what you hope for, but you must put it to work, because faith without work is useless. So as much as like I've just prayed now that government should show interest, if no man in government, if nobody puts that to work, then it's useless. So, but we cannot stop hoping for the best, but we must work. Everybody must work. We are working regardless of the fact that nobody's showing interest at that level. But you work, and success will come at the end.
All right, then. Can you remind us of the program, the venue, and what is expected, so that we can use that to wrap up the conversation?
All right. Again, it's Coda Choral Enugu, the 2024 edition of the Festival of Carols and 9 Lessons. And it's concert extraordinary. It's not people come around to sing familiar songs. It will hold tomorrow at the Ingrace Event Center, and it starts by 4:30 with the red carpet, but the concert will take off at 5:30 p.m. And like I said, it's free entrance, and we hope to see as much people that will come, and it's going to be live streamed also, both by Signature TV and on our own Facebook page. Coda Choral Enugu, that's the page.
All right. Thank you once again for your time, Mr. Chijoke Moses Azani. Many thanks for coming through. I wish you all the best in the events tomorrow. I mean, we will be there as usual. With things like that, we'll always support things that can at least snap up a little bit and make someone forget about the situation that they're faced with, even though they're not going out anytime soon. But at least for the moment when you are praising God, it has to be a re-ignition of hope for tomorrow. Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes.